7 on 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all
anybody else ain't jumping on that shit. This shit, I don't understand it, man.
28 yards.
It's gonna be Chiefs' problem. On defense side, and I'm playing them niggas too.
He's over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football, and guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game and hasn't defended him yet.
A gain of 9 there, sets up 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys
picking on
almost
Skandrick already,
that makes things tough for Zach to get to the football.
Don't pick that off.
Not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Detroit! Third and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year.
How many yards that was? Took back whatever.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
I need Cooks to give me some yards. Sin. Come on. Come on with it. I'm playing against Tyreek. I got Chiefs defense playing. Was it? That was just a quick slant. What? Oh, dude, lucky. Hey, he lucky that cornerback will come. He'll finna go on and do something to them 38.
You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Shit, he got one of these kickers playing too. Let me see.
You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
Yeah. I told you, that's going to be Chiefs' problem playoff time.
Still the first half.
Might score 50 and still lose.
Here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking and finding Allen Hurns.
I figure Rams would, that them trades they got.
Field before going out of bounds. A good pick up there.
Rams went and picked up some corners.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right.
Man, see, this is the shit I'm talking about.
And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles.
Don't do this shit against nobody fucking else.
Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
I'm playing the drinkers and fantasy football, too.
Fuckers, bro, y'all old. Weak ass bitches. Wow, you got it, bro. I ain't gonna play this shit, man.
20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now for the extra point.
I know they ain't calling defensively receiver.
Tucker with the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half.
Wow. Boy, come on, man. This is football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick.
Yeah, passing the fight. Man.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Let me see. Let me see.
Down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, okay. I see what they call it. Oh, dude. He went hell with the heaven. He ain't touching with it on nothing. He tried to wrap him up and missed it.
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately.
I don't know why they drop their head.
Normally, I'm preaching patience.
Yeah. You heard me say.
First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to
I thought that was Brandon Cooks.
It says big time plays, special.
Hey man, Robert Woods, that nigga left Buffalo and started showing that.
Takes it to the 25.
I thought it was Cooks too at first.
A big play there for Miami. 47 yards. This offense.
I did run plays and crosses.
Here's another first and 10.
Look, they crossed it. PA crossed it. Look. Hey, it work on man, they work in real life. Of course, Orlando Scandrick. Trash. Hey, I'm gonna score 40-something points, man. Dang, I'm
17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Missed that motherfucker.
After that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I don't get it. This is the year of the misses.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
Hey, Jared Goff. Pat Mahomes will probably get MVP, but Jared Goff deserved it too. Cause that nigga there started. I thought he was gonna be trash when he first came to the NFL. I'm talking, man. Yeah, I was like, hey, he got pulled against the Cowboys that game. That nigga was doing so bad. That nigga now, believe me, I need most improved some award for him. That nigga there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Yeah. Rookie year, what I was talking about, that kid.
Back of the end zone for a touchback.
That nigga's so trash.
They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because
that's a bad man.
And nothing but
I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna give respect to, cause I said it was gonna be trash. Cowboys linebacker they drafted. That nigga finna get defensive rookie of the year. That linebacker from Dallas.
69 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end.
Yeah, nigga there, man.
Field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk.
And they caught another interception, a big interception. Vanderish. They say Sean Lee gonna come back. They're gonna be switching him in and out. Hell no, Sean Lee keep his ass on the bench.
That's gonna go as a loss of
move him to the outside or somewhere out the way. Yeah.
So the myth has been shattered.
Hey, Jared love that thing.
Cornerback in the league is not just a
Romo, Jason Witten, and Sean Lee. Hey, them three there.
Exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Lakers and Cavs Wednesday, huh? In Cleveland.
Come on! This guy, two motherfuckers just bullshit over with.
J.J. Nelson.
Fucking bullshit, man.
This first half, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Why Jay did the game that time?
Connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Hey, I'd rather Cooks give you 21 than Kyrie. I'm playing against that nigga.
Nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
No, I forgot he had Saquon Barkley last night. You know, he went crazy last night.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified.
Saquon gave him 40.
Last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
I was up 11 when the game started, and then I got two defense. They might get 50 put on.
The pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Play action, Garoppolo.
Man, look at this, bro.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this.
They running read. I mean, speed.
Ooh. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing
stupid penalties, man. It's certain penalties you should not get in the game.
When he delivers the ball.
Now they face
that's the main one on anything. You should never get a block in the back. That shit be pissing me off. King don't even like me, that shit piss me off.
Why the fuck? Man, I'm out, bro. This shit is fly, bro. Get this shit over with.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Look at this shit.
Three times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble.
Buffalo good receivers on the field.
Here in the first half.
Sammy Watkins, Robert Woods.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's like an offside defense and a delay game at the same time.
Play action. It's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now.
Y'all see that Division II coach retire in the middle of the game the other week? Well, at the end of the game. He called it phantom timeout just so he could retire. He was out of timeout. And they were like 80-something. He been at the school, longest coach in history. I mean, what, the 50th, 60th year or what? It's been a long time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And they probably still running out formation up, man.
And it's only some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, it's Drake. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free.
Man, if I see one more goddamn flag.
Loose and brings up second down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to come from where? A linebacker, a corner, a safety. It's like he can win every battle.
Ah, this nigga might.
Pulled down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics,
this nigga fucking fail.
And this team traded Dante Fowler to the Rams.
But somehow they got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know they're 31 to 32. They better be careful.
For like a 5th to see, it wasn't even no early pick. But look at that, I'm seeing.
Going deep here for Stills. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
If it wouldn't have been so hard, Kelsey Mike probably could have one-handed it.
Offensively, several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a
penalty? Yeah, he accurate. He put it where Paul been on where he can get it.
Yeah, I think you got to let him play. And
he messed up. He turned around too early. He started backpedaling on the play.
No flag. Let
Can't do that.
And forces 4th down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us
look at this shit, man.
Protect the pass and create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch
well, when I mean saying we're Super Bowl.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
I got third my main player there.
He's corralled before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy.
I go for speed. I don't even look at the rating too much.
Tackle there by Richard Sherman.
They try to quick hit inside, but that one was swallowed up.
If you ain't got no speed, you really in trouble.
This big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm willing to just fuck it.
But nah, I ain't got no 90 overall receive either, though.
On second down,
man, the 87, 88.
it's caught left side by John Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. I hope his man doesn't win too much doing this. Or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Back to the football field.
Now Jackson on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes. And he's got.
When I tell you I played last week, they ran cover 0 the whole game. No safety here. Dang it, fuck.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long.
They ran a no safety set and a no receiver set.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard
line. They don't believe in receivers.
But it still leads to a 4th and long. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
That's how okay it was, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
To run it out as they run, you got to execute that shit.
This is a really important drive. And we often talk about scripting plays to start a game.
Damn, Cook's wide open.
To start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Throw it in the dirt.
To get them into the end zone.
Short.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 27. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he's broken, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down.
Anybody else say dropping it? Oh, boy.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal.
Gone! Detroit!
Now Jackson.
This nigga, I pray. Alright, bro. Nigga's not gonna do what I tell him to do. Fuck it.
J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And his kick is good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. Just pull the back and get after him now.
Yeah, Cooks have been running full speed on it, motherfucker. Let's go.
0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Nah, they ain't called it. They ain't called it. They could have called it on
the field, this is Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
Can't play man-to-man crossing, right?
5 on the play, and they bring up a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going.
Give me
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
That nigga in that red. That nigga in that red.
They'll run. It's Drake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. A gutsy decision there at this stage.
Hey, it's like he jumped in the crowd and put the ram in there, didn't he?
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why?
He open. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And
we got the same nigga trying to get the ball.
The 29-yard line. Give him 5.
He was open when he first came across it.
Second down.
All right, now look at 56.
It's either Cook score a touchdown or hold him to a field, because I got Chiefs defense too.
They'll run again now.
Why?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
We'll be holding on defense. Yep.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side. So
hey, I just said something. That time at the start of the game here, they just said they said what they saw on film, where they wanted to attack Orlando Scanner. I said that when the game started.
They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities.
Football too much. I know what the game plan gonna be on. Go with that nigga.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free.
Something. Hey, he got Kansas City kicker playing. I'm up 24, exactly 24.
2nd and goal from the 6 this
time. I'm projected 167, him 147. 13.
He's going to get it running right. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Chiefs penalties killed them on offense.
Absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Darkwa. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I don't know what me and Ramsey finna go.
5, but still a decent ways from the end.
Show with Dallas again, but he said he ain't playing for Dallas. So.
This has not been a bad game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now.
I like them
is jumping up. What a great stand defensively.
Rick needs help out there.
Best to keep them out of the end zone.
The other side. It'll be easy for Rich. You know, Ramsey's gonna follow that number 1 across the field. Kendrick on the bench looking sad.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to. And
every touchdown been on Kendrick.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back
Whoop my way
the field.
Whoop my way down the field.
Went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense. This offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily...
Because Orlando Kendrick very upset over there on the sideline.
Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it...
Hell no. He know he was a nickel corner in Dallas. He wasn't no 1 or 2.
I think that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on
oh,
offense,
shit,
because I know
I
I've
can
got a
tell.
defense that can hold
Probably
up.
because they ain't got no corners.
This play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Man, ain't mad.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Yeah. I think they snitched on him, though. Because you know he fired all his people. Soon he fired everybody. The next day he went to jail. 2 days later he went to jail. No. He went to jail today, didn't he? Friday. Yeah, Friday's when he fired everybody. Thursday night he fired everybody because he was on Breakfast Club Friday.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety.
Soon he did there, they got it there.
In the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
Oh my God.
They got it for racketeering. Yeah. Not racketeering. Illegal.
Well done.
Money, shit. Companies. Up to, say, I think one charge is up to 20 years, and he got a bunch of charges. And it's crazy. He fired all his people because they were stealing his money.
All of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back on the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went.
Been nice stuff.
Otherwise, we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Now they can pass the ball. It really opened it up for them.
But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in the second half. 1st and 10.
Tariq Smart ain't taking on this here yet.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Ain't no point.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Hey, that nigga come back
28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being
It's just me. Don't get too excited.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I knew niggas in trouble once Tyreek Hill touchdown Tyreek Hill.
Now it's Jackson.
Shit.
Flush to his right. Going
That's
for
fucking me, Sin. That's fucking me.
This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.J. Nelson.
That's enough now. That's enough for him, Sin.
For the touchdown. And the Ravens
now. Don't even get it feeling right, because he got that kicker, too.
Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been
Sin got Tyreek and Cooks playing on the same team. I'm going to get Tyreek.
And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Yes, another point.
This is taken at its 4. Shelling through the defense. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Shit, I think they stole it about 45 seconds.
He gets a base hit and he's on base. They bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Me too.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Hey, word.
Suffocating all game long.
That motherfucker is in Jacksonville now.
There again in a big way.
He only had 2 picks yesterday, word.
Which is often the case. But by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at him,
Okay.
and beating him
Yeah,
with
you
the
can get
punch
that
each
real
and every
quick.
time. This was
Hey, Worm, they only pee on because of the quarterback.
So they throw the pick 6, they'll get another.
He done rubbed off on them, Nate.
This one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And fresh off the pick 6.
Shit, then they
got to forget about that.
gave that contract. They stuck now. Ain't nobody going to trade for that thing.
He's got to be like what we
Blake
talk about
Bull.
defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back
Stuck.
out there doing the things that he does best.
Gave him that contract. Come on, they believe in it. Yeah, man.
Here's his opportunity.
They put some Eli Manning shit. Defense and winning out the game. They thinking it's quarterback.
I don't know where that comes
Like the
from.
Ravens. Defense win the game. They thinking it's Flacco. Never get it. I think he gone soon. Trade bait or something. They what they want to get rid of now.
Back to Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Sure did. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, man. Ain't no way they ain't supposed to get no 100-something million dollars. He threw 2 good balls. That was just deep balls. They threw it out of the field.
6 thus far.
That's all he did that game. He ain't do shit.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Yeah,
My goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And
I bet them tickets at this game high since it's a college stadium. I'm saying I don't know how many seats they hold at USC Stadium.
5 picks at this point. You got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
Sam Shields, you played with the Chiefs, didn't you?
Not totally home free yet.
Packers, that's where it was.
As they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to
Yeah,
finish it off
no hit.
on EA Sports after this.
Backpedaling.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the
Yeah,
hearts of
Chiefs
all
problem
those
with the
old school
defense.
football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Darkwa. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1,
goddamn Jared Goff
and that'll
picking
bring
these
up a
niggas.
3rd
Boy.
down.
Yeah. He throwing it perfect where it's supposed to be. Is that where he going? I pass interference like a motherfucker. Yeah, pass interference.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
I bet it is hard as hell to try to keep up with those speed receivers. You know what they're finna do.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Penn ain't won a game. Hey, so he got that one force win, man. Nigga ain't won since.
Hell no.
That's ridiculous, man. Both of my force win, nigga ain't got no more win.
Another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think
I thought that shit was picked up.
And carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
Chiefs got 2 Cowboy players on defense. Why you getting toasted out there?
They boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami,